Inuyasha, oh my god, feeling nostalgic. Yes, the nostalgia is real. Hello, welcome to a live stream. It's been a while. It's been a couple of months since I've done a live stream, so as you can see, I have a sketch ready here to go. I intended to do the full page of sketches, but you know, time management. But the reason why I have Inuyasha here is because a while back I had asked for some suggestions on people, or no, for some drawing prompts for a YouTube video. And at that time, oh no, this is really pilly. We'll see how this goes actually with this paper. I meant to gesso the paper first before using these paint markers, but ooh, let's see. Maybe I'll end up using alcohol markers instead and betray the video's title. But yeah, so the YouTube video that I did, actually, I'm gonna sketch, actually, I think maybe while we talk about this. So the prompts that I chose for that YouTube video, I ended up going with, you know, I only could get around to so many. And so I saved screenshots of a lot of the prompts that I really enjoyed that I didn't get around to. So now I am actually doing said prompts. They're all going to be fan art today because that's the mood I'm in. I wrote down the list here of all the fun prompts that I got. Yeah, I was hoping to use paint markers, but as you can see, it pilled like crazy. I've used paint markers in the sketchbook before, but I've gessoed the paper first, which gives it like a barrier. So maybe I might end up using alcohol markers instead, which of course I had said in the the title of this live stream that I was going to use paint markers, but we'll see. I'm the queen of last minute, so that's just how things. I feel like every live stream, there's always something that kind of goes wrong at some point. So in any case, so here I'm actually going to be. I'm sketching Jane Lane from Daria for all my 90s kids. This is Jane Lane from Daria. I freaking love her and this TV show. I was so excited when someone suggested Jane Lane and Daria. And yeah, the reason why I am doing that, so I did Inuyasha first because of nostalgia reasons, of course. And when I did that, I realized that a lot of these characters that I gotten prompts for wear red or have red in their character design. So I thought that it might be fun to kind of pick the rest of the characters based on that. So Jane Lane wears a red blazer. And then I have Kuro up here from Haikyuu, who also wears like a red jersey. And I have a couple of other characters here that wear red that we will hopefully get around to. But yeah, so that's where we're at. We shall see about the paint marker or alcohol marker situation. I've never used alcohol markers in this sketchbook before, actually, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope that everyone has been well. I been on that roller coaster these days, but I'm happy to be back live streaming with all of you and hanging out. I have not been checking the chat. Sorry, I've been just going through the motions of explaining what I'm doing here. Hello. I'm doing well. You know, as I just said, kind of up and down, but I think that's the mode of quarantine for everybody. I had a coffee this morning, so I'm caffeinated and energized and ready to go. And I will say I apologize in advance. Right after, of course, I had made the post about the live stream, found out that maintenance people are supposed to come today to fix my sink. And of course, the window is like 1 through 5 o'clock. So hopefully they don't show up right at 1 o'clock. But if they do, then that will explain why I will have to abruptly end the live stream. that's why I ended up bumping up to noon instead of 1, because I originally had the live stream for 1 o'clock, and then anyway. Oh heck, how late am I? You're not late at all. I've been streaming for 5 minutes, so don't worry. Make sure to drink water, Tina. Thank you so much. Yes, I do have a full glass of water next to me here. Very important in general, but also extremely important when you've had coffee. Gotta stay hydrated, y'all. So definitely bust out your water if you don't have any at the moment. Also, I just got your art in the mail. I'm absolutely in love with everything I got. Thank you so much. I showed it off on my TikTok. Oh, yay. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, speaking of, actually, I just reopened my shop today. It was closed for a couple of weeks just to give myself a little break. So for those of you who don't know, I have an online shop where I sell my merchandise, mostly prints. I sell originals. I have stickers. So yeah, the shop is open again if you are interested. No pressure though. No pressure. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I haven't made a post about it on Instagram or anything yet. But yeah, my patrons know because they get a discount. Hello, I'm a Wonder. Good night from the Philippines. Hi. My day got freshened up by this live stream. Yay, I'm so glad. Aw. I'm glad to be able to keep you guys company or be your drawing buddy or whatever it is that you're working on. At the start of like the height of quarantine, I was doing a live stream like every week, I think it was, for a little bit on Instagram, which was fun because it helped me feel connected to the outside world, and I think helped everyone else feel, you know, like they had company. But yeah, I've been kind of back and forth on being in the mood for live streams, but this week I was down for it. So you know what, Jane, Lane, and Daria would make for an amazing Halloween costume. I should get someone to do this with me one year. I think I could make for a pretty cool Jane. Your weekly live streams honestly saved my mental health so much. I really appreciated it during the height of the pandemic. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. I'm so glad. Honestly, like whenever I'm feeling kind of, you know, unmotivated to make new content or live streams or whatever it is for YouTube, I am reminded of like sweet people like you making those types of comments and letting me know that, you know, I think it's easy to forget that what kind of impact you have on people's lives, whether it be, you know, someone like me with a platform or even just like really, really small things that you might not realize. I think we hold a bigger place in people's lives than you think. I went to my friend's wedding over on Halloween day, and I was chatting up to some of her friends who I'd never met before, and they were all really sweet, and it was just so wholesome and nice to see just so much just love and affection in a room for this couple, for the married couple, and it just made me realize that there's a lot of love out there, you know. My friend and I dressed as Daria and Jane a few years back. Oh my God, that's amazing. Friend goals. I love that. Togo, We Be Drawing Buddies, My Hero Academia. Oh, yes. Oh, you know what? Okay, speaking of My Hero Academia, I do have one of the prompts that I gotten was, where is it? Todoroki with a flower crown, which I thought was so freaking cute. So I'm definitely going to try and get that in somewhere, maybe down here or whatever. Yeah, I saw that the My Hero Academia movie was playing at one of my theaters near me yesterday, and I was like, oh my god. But it was only playing at the theater near me just yesterday, and I was very sad because I was like, oh, I can't find someone to go see this with me so last minute. But alas, I'll have to watch it later. I want to come back to painting after a long period of not having time for it due to finishing university, but I have this weird fear of making ugly paintings and I end up not doing anything at all. Yeah, no, I totally feel you on like the fear of getting back into something or trying something new or feeling rusty. Like I totally understand where you're coming from with that, but I will say that try and let go of the idea that it has to be perfect or that has to be amazing. Like if it's, kind of not up to what you would deem great, that's okay. I think that we prevent ourselves from doing new things or trying new things or getting back into something because we're scared of failure or it being bad, but there's nothing wrong with being bad. Like I love singing and dancing, but I'm not good at them. But like I love going out to karaoke. I love going dancing with my friends, like because it's just fun and I enjoy it. So yeah, just try and get yourself in the mindset that you can do something without being good at it. I'm not saying that you aren't good at it. You probably will be way better than you think, but it's like that quote from Jake in Adventure Time. It's like being bad at something is the start of being good at something. Is that the quote? I feel like that's not the quote, but you know what I mean. I watched it last weekend at the Young and Dundas Cineplex. Yeah, that's, I want to see it. The My Hero Academia movie, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, I'm shaking this Molotow marker if you're wondering what the heck this noise is. Oh my god, yes, I just started new painting. I love drawing together with someone. Thank you so much for doing these live streams. Yay, I'm glad to keep you company. I love having a virtual art date with you guys. Okay. Oh, this one's not even started yet. All right. I feel committed to using paint markers because I already like listed in my description and my title of this live stream that I'm using paint markers. And if I don't, then I'm gonna have to answer a million questions about my art materials if I switch it up. So I'm committed. I'm committed to using these. I'll just have to be really careful, I think, in terms of the pilling of the... Now, the thing is with paint markers is the color selection is always kind of limited, but that's the joys of using them. I'm going to Google Inuyasha, because now we're going to start painting or coloring. Inuyasha. Not that I really need a preference, because I know what he looks like, but... or his color scheme, I should say. But you know what? Just in case. Okay. Yeah, if I'm just super careful, it'll probably be okay. The art materials are in the description, by the way, if anybody wants to know. I saw it in Japanese, but my sister saw it in the English dub. Are we talking about the My Hero Academia movie, I'm guessing, assuming? Yeah, I actually just realized that, or that was something that I was wondering when I was looking at the screening times or whatever that My Hero Academia, because I've actually never seen... Have I seen an anime in theaters before? Because I personally prefer to watch anime in Japanese with subtitles, but I guess with, when you're going to a theater, you don't get to pick, or the theater picks, and then whatever. Oh, you know what? I've seen a couple Ghibli movies in at TIFF. which is like a thing in Toronto when they were doing kind of like a Ghibli tribute month or something. So I think I saw The Cat Returns, I think. The new Ghibli movie looks terrible. Are we talking about the 3D animated one? Because, yeah, I agree. I saw like one screenshot of it and I was like, nope, I hate this. Um, yeah. Have you ever drawn a famous person and they've seen it and commented, acknowledge it? I tagged Matthew Lillard in my Scream fan art and I'm nervous. Oh, that's exciting. I've had people see my work. Yeah. I've drawn a couple different drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race. I drew Kimchi and she shared it in her Instagram story. I've drawn Shea Coulee and I saw that she followed me on Instagram. I was like, what? I mean, she follows like thousands of people, so she probably doesn't, I probably don't actually come up on her feed or anything, but it was still really exciting. And then a while back, I drew Christine and the Queens and Charlie XCX from their like music video Gone. And they both shared it on their Instagram stories, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's pretty exciting when that happens. Do you have a TikTok? I do not, actually. TikTok, I think I've accepted is a social media platform that I'm okay to not join in on because I don't know. I just keeping up with Instagram and YouTube and my Patreon and all the other things that I have to do, like that's already a lot for me. And TikTok is that's a whole nother realm that I don't think I have time to dedicate to or energy. So I'm okay to let that one go. Do you have a Pinterest? I do use Pinterest. But I don't know. I feel weird about sharing my Pinterest page. I don't know why. I think maybe because I'm the type of person that really wants to encourage people to find their inspos and things on their own, because I think that like part of the art inspiration and style discovery and finding your own voice is like putting in that energy and that time to like search around on Pinterest or just finding your inspiration. I think a lot of it comes through that, so I think that's why I'm here to encourage but not give everything away, I guess. I've shared my Pinterest a couple of times on my Patreon page, but I think that's about it. Thoughts on K-pop? Yeah, I'm actually, I have fallen down the K-pop rabbit hole a little bit. I mean, I should say a little bit, only a little, because I mostly consume BTS content, and I do love them a lot. I did a whole series, portraits of them. I have a video painting V/Taehyung on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I've mostly been listening to BTS, but I have kind of dabbled a little bit in other groups. I really like Stray Kids as well. And yeah, it's a big, bad world out there. There's so much K-pop content. It's kind of overwhelming. Who's your bias? Mine is JK, Jungkook. I love him. I love them all, though. Seriously, they're great. Okay, now I think this red is dying, so fingers crossed. Maybe I should do, let's see. Oh, actually, we might be okay. That would be bad, actually, because I am basing this entire sheet on red. color character designs, red character designs. What about Blackpink? Yeah, I like Blackpink as well. What inspires your art style? So many things. I mean, anime definitely was a big starting point for me. I was obsessed with anime. I got really obsessed with anime in high school, and that's when I kind of really kind of started making a lot of artwork. And then from there, you know, I'm inspired by lots of other things like fashion, movies, life in general. You know, I think inspiration is just an amalgamation of all of the different things that you enjoy in your life. So, yeah, but anime, animation, movies, TV shows, like those are pop culture, I should say, actually. Pop culture, I think, is maybe the good, like, umbrella in terms of things that inspire me. Like being growing up in the 90s, that's a big thing too. I feel like I'm very much a product of that time. Tina, do you like cottagecore aesthetic for your art? You know what? I can appreciate the cottagecore aesthetic, but it's actually not something that I generally gravitate towards. I'm definitely someone who really likes pastels or like a lot of color, whereas I think cottagecore is definitely more muted and kind of earthy. Not that I've never done work in that kind of with that kind of aesthetic or color palette. Like if you've seen my Instagram, I did a painting for my Patreon page for the September postcard, and I went with like an academia aesthetic, and so that definitely had that cottagecore vibe where it was very earthy, neutral tones for the color palette and the subject, but it's not something that I go for inherently. So yeah, I'm trying to be like extremely careful using these paint markers on this paper. So I'm just using just vertical strokes to fill in these gaps. I feel like if I go over any given area more than once, then it's just gonna like, the paper is gonna pill and go crazy. Like it is already pilling a little bit, but yeah, just to be on the safe side. So that's why I'm like painting around, not painting, drawing around certain areas. Whereas had I gessoed the paper in advance like I was supposed to, it would probably be handling this a lot better. But yeah, I've said this many times before. I do not recommend the sketchbook. I just use it because I have it and I want to finish it and use it, but I definitely don't recommend the sketchbook. It's the Arteza like mixed media watercolor. I don't know. It's in the description, but I don't recommend it, honestly. I do not love it. Wow, I was watching Inuyasha yesterday. Oh, no way. I love that. I love that Inuyasha is still something that's on people's minds, because it was something that I just adored when I was in high school. But I guess Yashahime has brought the Inuyasha craze back. Although I will say I will never watch Yashahime. I have no interest in that. Oh, I didn't do his necklace. Let's fit that in here. I don't know. I don't find these like sequel stories very compelling. TBH. I don't want to know about their kids. I want to say that I really love the diversity represented in your artwork. It is truly beautiful. Aw, thank you so much. As an Asian person, representation is definitely something that I like to keep in mind. Okay, so I'm trying to use this burgundy for all the kind of like shadowy areas. Fingers crossed. This nib is like kind of pilly already too, so getting in these like little areas are hard. There's a lot of Inuyasha stuff in Hot Topic right now. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I find it so hilarious that Hot Topic has become this like nerdy fandom kind of arts like play or not art store. Like retail store now these days. Like back in my day, Hot Topic was known for, you know, that like for music mostly, like being kind of in like for pop punk, emo kids. And I remembered that was very much me when I was in high school. I was big on pop punk. And now it's turned into like a fandom shop, which I find really interesting. I mean, I would have loved that too when I was in high school because, like I said, I was big on anime back then too. So it's yeah, it's come in a different direction. Have you ever considered making an animation at some point in your life? No, honestly, like when I was in high school, I did briefly think I wanted to get into animation, but after attempting some animation, like just like flash animation, I realized that that medium is not for me in terms of actually like making it, because I'm very impatient and animation is something that requires so much patience and dedication. Like you will be working on one project for a very long time, and I'm just not that type of person, not that type of creative, I should say. So I very much admire people who are in animation, but that is not the mode for me. I'm also not a storyteller, I feel like, in terms of in like a narrative sense. So that's another thing too. I feel like people who get into animation are interested in storytelling, and that's not the type of creative that I am. Do you watch Demon Slayer? Yes, I love Demon Slayer. I actually am going to be finishing the movie with my friend today. We watched the first half of it the last time I saw her. And so we're going to finally be watching the second half of the movie. I know I'm very late. The movie has been out for a while. But yes, very, very excited. I am big on Demon Slayer. Actually, one of my prompts here that I got from somebody was to draw Inosuke holding a flower, which I thought was so cute. I was thinking of doing that, but since I have now switched gears and now that this page is going to be mostly characters that have red in their character design, I might not end up getting around to that prompt. Maybe in the future, though. What do you think about Yashahime, a Inuyasha spinoff? I actually briefly talked about that just a second ago. I don't intend to watch Yashahime. I don't care for the sequels. Same with like Boruto. I'm not going to watch that either. No, thank you. I will, if people want to watch it, that's great. But that's not for me. Not for me. Do you have a job outside of art? I do not. Art is my full-time job now, and it has been for a little over a year now, which is pretty exciting and honestly quite surreal. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that. Like, how amazing is that? It's pretty wild, honestly. Prior to that, I was working retail part-time to like make ends meet. It was rough. Retail is awful. My heart goes out to anyone who is working in retail right now. It's brutal out there. Brutal. JoJo drawing. I have to admit, I've only seen the first episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know it's very popular and people really love it. But I don't know. That first episode did not hook me in like at all. I was like, I don't like any of these characters. I'm sure it gets better. I know seeing one episode really doesn't give you a good scope of what a show is going to be like, but yeah, I was like, it didn't hook me in. Maybe I'll try again later. Can you draw Genshin Impact characters, please? I've never played Genshin Impact, so unfortunately no Genshin fan art from me. I don't play games. It's never been my thing. I never grew up with like a game console or anything like that. Have you watched Attack on Titan? I haven't, which is kind of crazy, I know, because it's like one of the most popular series right now, I feel like. Or not right now, but for the past like several years. But it's on my list. I do want to watch it eventually. I just haven't been in the right mindset for it, because I know it's pretty heavy and intense and like everybody dies. So it's the same with Squid Game. Like I've only watched the first episode of Squid Game because again, I'm just like not currently in a place where I want to watch something like super intense. I've just been watching like more heartfelt, lighthearted stuff lately. Like I've been rewatching Gilmore Girls. I started watching Seinfeld. Like just like really like lighthearted things. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I get around to Attack on Titan for sure. Squid Game, maybe. We'll see. Do you buy Posca pens in packs or can you buy one color at a time? You can buy them individually, like singles. It depends on like what you have access to, because I know that some people, like for me, like I'm able to get them at like my local art supply store, so I can buy them in singles. I know that's not available for everybody. I think it's technically cheaper to buy them in a set, but I personally like to buy them individually because I find the sets like there's always going to be like a color in there that I don't think I'm going to use. So I personally prefer to get singles. I've always loved when Inuyasha crouched like this. I thought it was so cute. His robes look so comfy and cozy. Can you draw Stray Kids? I would love to draw them, so can you show the sketching process? I believe in you. You should just do it. You don't need me for that. But maybe I will draw Stray Kids at some point. I drew all the BTS members, so it's only a matter of time that I get around to Stray Kids. I think I'm just gonna put all of this in shadow. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sure. Did you go to school for art like after high school? I technically, yes, kind of, I should say. I went to school for graphic design, so it's a little bit different. It's not quite art school. It is creative, but not quite the traditional art school in the sense. I have a whole video about my art school journey. Where did the name of your YouTube channel come from? Honestly, so I started out with I'm a Wonder on Instagram, and I actually originally just had it as a personal Instagram, and I'm a Wonder kind of just came to me like, I don't know, I think partly I was really into Alice in Wonderland and stuff, and yeah, I don't know, it was actually, yeah, it wasn't meant to be like a brand or anything like that. Sorry, I'm trying to decide on what color, because like this color is I feel like too dark for like his main skin tone, but I'm trying to decide what to do with that. Maybe I will actually bring in some alcohol markers. I don't know. Paint markers are tough to use. But yeah, so then my personal Instagram slowly just morphed into my art Instagram, and then I just was like, well, I guess this is my brand now. Sometimes I wish it was just my name. I think in a lot of senses that'd be easier, but it's fine. I've made my peace with it. Okay, I think I might just try and use alcohol markers for like the base skin tone, because it's fine. We're big on mixed media on this channel, so yeah, because I don't think I have this color in a paint marker, so we're just gonna go for it. Please forgive me. I failed my math exam yesterday and I felt awful, but art always cheers me up. So it's such a safe space. Also, the stream is so calming. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry that you failed your test. If it makes you feel better, I'm terrible at math. I've always been terrible at math. So you know what? Everyone's got their own strengths. Math just might not be that thing for you. But yes, I agree that artwork or art is a safe space. And I hope that my channel can continue to be a safe space for everybody. That's definitely the vibe that I want to have. Did the render sketchbook hold up well over time? I keep seeing mixed reviews on it and others saying it doesn't live up to its potential. I really like it, honestly. I haven't used it in a while, but I still really like it. I will say something that people don't love about it is that the pages start to curl. Hold on, let me show you. Why is it not working? Hold on. Of course, now that I want to like show you, it doesn't want to do it, but like the pages like curl a little bit. I haven't opened this thing in ages, so oh, here we go. There's an example, maybe ish. No, not really, but I just like put little clips on it to keep it flat. So I don't mind it. Oh, and then the other thing is that it says it's like totally bleed proof, but that's technically not the case. Like it does have some speckling that happens on the other, oh yeah, here. So you can see speckling happening that's bleeding from the other side, where the thing claims to be totally bleed proof. So that's another thing too. But like for me, like sketchbooks are supposed to be more experimental and not for like super finished final artwork. So I'm okay with that. But I can see why that might be something that bothers people, because it's not, you know, living up to exactly what it's claiming in terms of the like bleed proofness. So I don't know. I've had people say like I've never experienced the bleeding, so I don't know why yours is doing that and things like that. So who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I definitely take a rectus journal approach to my sketchbooks. See, that's great. I think that's a really good mindset to have, because I think that gives you way more room for like experimentation. You don't have to feel so precious about everything. Like I'm still, even though I'm saying like that my sketchbooks are not meant to be super polished or whatever, like I'm still pretty, what's the word? Like I'm still kind of precious about them. Like I put a lot of time and effort into like most of what I do in my sketchbooks, just less so than what I would in a more polished finished sense. But that's, yeah, and that's why my sketchbooks take so long for me to finish. Like I would love to be that artist that does sketchbook tours, like, you know, every month, but that's just realistically not how quickly I finish a sketchbook. So like I've had the sketchbook for over a year and I'm like not even a quarter way through it. My sketchbook is kind of messy at the same time. There are finished illustrations. Yeah, I think that's that's totally fine. Like, I think sketchbooks can be a whatever that you want it to be. If you want it to have like lots of finished illustrations, then it totally can. I have a couple of sketchbooks that I kind of use it in that way, like mostly in my watercolor sketchbooks with paper that I really like. Those ones I definitely find I use in a more finished sense because I like the paper. But, whoop, that's not... That didn't line up at all. That's okay. But this sketchbook, like I mentioned earlier, like I don't really love it. Like the paper is just not my favorite. So I am a little bit more casual about it. But that being said, I do have stuff like this where it's like pretty quite finished. So yeah, I feel you on that. I definitely think I'm using it in both ways. Casual and for more finished stuff. But yeah, paint markers, they, the way that I use it, like, I do the line art last, and so, like, for a long time, it looks, like, really weird, and then it starts to come together when you put that line art in. And yeah, I've been really enjoying using, like, blue and purples for the line art. I think it makes it more fun, since I'm a big fan of color. I do have a black, but yeah, I don't know. I think color line art just makes it more fun, especially paint markers in general. They're so bright and vibrant, so. Have you tried the Moleskine sketchbooks? They now have 4 kinds of Sailor Moon Moleskines. I did not know about the Sailor Moon Moleskines. That's very exciting. I do have a couple of Moleskine sketchbooks. I'm so precious about them, though, because they're so expensive. So I barely... Or no, I lied. I have one Moleskine sketchbook that I do use as, like, an ugly sketchbook. And then the other ones that I own I've never used because I'm like, oh, they're so expensive. But... And then I saw someone ask about Yuri on Ice. I still haven't seen Yuri on Ice, surprisingly. It's also on my list because someone has, for those of you who are familiar with Enerjax, Jackie on Instagram, she said that it's like one of her favorite animes, and she was like, you have to watch it, it's amazing. So I will get around to Yuri on Ice eventually. It's on my list, on my long list that I'll get around to eventually. So many shows and not enough time. What color green are those nails? They are, it's by Essie. The brand is Essie for the nail polish. I don't know what the color is called, but yeah, the nail polish brand is Essie. I just go with like whenever I'm at the drugstore or whatever, and if I see something on sale, then I'll go for it. I'm not super loyal to any particular brand or anything. But yeah, I do enjoy having my nails painted since I have a YouTube channel where my hands are the main feature. Well, the artwork is the main feature, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not on camera that much, but my hands are on camera quite a lot, so. Look at his little pouty face. Aw, isn't he so cute? Have you watched Fruits Baskets? Yes, I watched the original a little bit, like way back in the day, and then I watched the first season of the reboot, or like the new edition of it, and I still need to finish the rest. But I know that she's not going to end up with, I don't want to give away spoilers, but like the person that I want her to kind of end up with, I know she's not going to end up with, so I'll watch it though. I'll finish it eventually. I know people really love it. Have you watched all of the Inuyasha movies? I don't know if I have, actually. There's quite a few of them. I've definitely seen at least the first 3, I think. Oh, girl, you a hand medal because damn. Oh my gosh, you're killing me. Thank you, thank you. Are you caught up on Lore Olympus? You know what? I actually kind of dropped off on Lore Olympus. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still reading Webtoons. But Lore Olympus, I don't know. I think it just felt like everything was taking so long. Like everything's being like really drawn out. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll just like binge, what I haven't read, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna move on to Jane Lane now. Okay. Gonna run into the same thing with the skin tone, so let's see. Maybe I'll mix it up and do like something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do the red jacket first, just to start. Can you recommend some Ghibli movies? I have watched Howl's Moving Castle and Kiki's Delivery Service after you made a video about it, I'm sure, and I'm wondering as to which should I start next. Ooh, yes. I would say if you really enjoyed Howl's Moving Castle and Kiki's Delivery Service, things that are also kind of in that genre where it's like lighthearted and cute, I would say The Cat Returns and My Neighbor Totoro. But if you're looking for something like, if you want to kind of expand your Ghibli, repertoire, Spirited Away is probably the most kind of revered. And then I really love Princess Mononoke, but I will say Princess Mononoke is definitely a lot darker than like Howl's Moving Castle or Kiki's Delivery Service. Oh, actually, if you also want something cute and lighthearted, Ponyo is another one. Pretty much like, honestly, anything that was directed by Miyazaki are my favorites for the most part. The Cat Returns was not, but I do love that one. But yeah, if you're looking for like something a little bit more meaty, a little bit more adult, Princess Mononoke is incredible. I actually went as San for Halloween one year. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Did you decide on an art style fairly quick in your art journey? No, I'm a big proponent of how art style is something that just comes naturally and will continue to develop over time. I don't think that it should be seen as like a destination or something that you just like consciously make. I feel like art style really should just be something that is natural to you. Obviously, like you can make an effort to, if you're like, I really want to do more backgrounds. I really want to like experiment with color. I want to try something without liner or something like that. Like that, those are conscious decisions, of course. But I think in terms of just like overall, it's something that you should just be willing to constantly change and adapt and just like lean into the things that you're interested in rather than focus on art style. So for me, like I really have a strong interest in pop culture and animation and fashion and beauty trends and things like that. And so that's what I lean into and incorporate into my artwork. And as a result, like that's where the art style starts to like morph and come into its own. Castle in the Sky. Oh yeah, Castle in the Sky. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Castle in the Sky is much more like slow and meandering, very like chill and relaxing. So if that's something that you're interested, I felt like for me it was a bit slow. That's my personal taste. But it's been a really long time since I've seen it, so I could be wrong. Okay, for Jane, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna experiment today. Do a little bit of experiment. And I'm gonna go like really vibrant on this Jane coloring here. Jane color scheme. Just because why not? Why not? Especially since Daria is like such a cartoony style anyways. Why not go super cartoony in the color scheme? Gotta go. Sorry, but it's great to be here. Thanks so much for coming. I'll probably have the live stream up for people to watch again later. So, who's your favorite character in Cardcaptor Sakura? Oh my god. Oh, that's so hard. I feel like if you were to ask me that like 20 years ago, it would have been Shaoran for sure. I had like the biggest crush on him when I was younger. But now, I have a soft spot for Toya, her older brother. Aw, like he's such a good older brother. Aw. And Tomoyo, like she is the best friend a girl could ever ask for. But I have a humongous like soft spot in general for Cardcaptor Sakura. I just adore that show so much. I would say that's the series that really kind of kickstarted me getting really into art, honestly. Okay, this marker is really thick. Do I have a thinner one in this color? No, I don't. Shoot. I do not. Okay. We're just gonna be very careful here. Yes, Cardcaptor Sakura is a big part of my childhood and I still rewatch it. Yes, me too. It's so wholesome and feel good, and I find it is quite unique in the sense that there's no real villains in Cardcaptor Sakura, which I kind of love. Like any of the obstacles that Sakura faces, it's just something to help her, you know, grow as a magician, or, you know, grow into her powers. But nothing's actually like sinister or actually evil. I kind of love that. How scary was it to have your art as your full-time job? I want to take art for college since it's kind of my only option, but I'm always told how risky it would be. Yeah, honestly, like going into the creative field, it is risky. I will definitely say that. My mom did not love did not love the fact that I decided to go into a creative field. But I don't know, you know, I don't know what your situation is, but for me, it also kind of felt like the only option in the sense that I really just had no interest in anything else. Like, I've just always been a creative person, and I've never been interested or excelled in anything other than art. So for me, yeah, I felt that it was kind of the only thing that I wanted to do. So yeah, earlier I was saying how I went to school for graphic design, and that was kind of my compromise, was because I knew that with graphic design, it's quite a big field, I guess, like, and felt like the practical choice, because a lot of graphic design is kind of steeped in like corporate stuff or web, or you know, there's just a lot of options and avenues within graphic design as a field. But yeah, after I graduated, I did like a brief internship, and I was like, I don't know if I actually really enjoy doing this. And then so for like years, I kind of meandered and did other things, and yeah, but now I'm here, and it took a long time. I will say it took a long time to get here. So it's hard to, everyone's journey is going to be different. So I can't really say like that you know, it's for sure gonna work. It is a huge risk, but you just have to be willing to put in the work if you really love it. I just made her lips all funny. Also, I'm noticing that Jane actually has like a pretty prominent Cupid's bow, but I definitely gave her like the opposite. Let's see if I can paint that back in. Oh yeah, maybe. The benefit of paint markers. I'm not letting it dry, but okay. Now her eye color is like a pretty light blue. Let's see. She's kind of giving me like a Simpsons vibe because of how vibrant this like orange is, and like especially when you have it next to Inuyasha, which is like a more muted skin tone, it looks really crazy, but that's all right. We're just going to be all over the map here. And this is an example where you're like, this looks really weird, but after you put in the line art, it will look better, I think. I hope. Bye, gotta go. It's late here, but had so much fun joining. Yay, thanks for joining. See you. This is everybody's reminder to drink some water. I got my water here. That was such a huge risk. I probably should not have held my glass of water over my sketchbook page, but wow, it suddenly got really dark here. It's like middle of the day, but now it's like, it was fully sunny earlier, and now it's like full clouds, and it's like about to rain. That's crazy. I thought it looked like a modernized version of Mulan. It is Jane Lane. Yes, you are correct. It is Jane Lane from Daria. I love that show. It still really holds up. I was binging it for a while at the, maybe like earlier this year, and it's still a great show. Even though it's like very steeped in the 90s, which I do love, there's so many themes and topics and things about it and commentary that really, really still holds up a lot these days. Okay. So in the spirit of maybe for her, instead of this blue, maybe I'm gonna go with this like dark purple instead. Let's see. Is your full-time art career mainly being an artist on YouTube with Patreon? Yeah, I would say that's definitely like my main sources of income. And then, yeah, YouTube, Patreon, and then my online shop. That's kind of the main sources for sure. Oh, I just realized, I never noticed this? Her hair is uneven. It's actually shorter on this side and longer on this side. I never noticed that. Well, too late. We're gonna we're gonna keep it even because I already did it like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the thing that I do really like about the Molotov, these particular Molotov ones, is that they're double-ended. So they have two different size nibs. That is extremely handy. Because it's annoying to have to buy like multiples for different size nibs for paint markers, but in any case. I have my hair cut exactly like hers. That's amazing. I love like really blunt, short haircuts. I just think it's so stylish and chic. I also got my hair like cut pretty short. Like as soon as like the salons opened up again, I was like, I need to get my hair cut short now. And I say short as like chin length, not like pixie cut. My brain keeps seeing the highlights on her lips as buck teeth. That's fair. I will, when I put in her lip line, I think that will probably help. But yeah, this is a good example of, you know, paint markers being a ugly stage thing for a while before it starts to look better. Ooh, yeah, it's raining now. When you became a YouTube artist, did you have confidence in your art? How did you advertise? Honestly, I struggle with confidence in my artwork all the time. But, oh, you know what? Do I want to have highlights in her hair? Maybe. I'm not sure if that purple is even actually that much different, but we'll see. But yes, YouTube. So yeah, confidence in my artwork, that comes and goes, honestly, like back and forth all the time. And then in terms of advertising, I had built an audience on Instagram. And so that's mainly where I advertised my YouTube channel. And I always assumed that the majority of my audience on YouTube would just be people from my Instagram. But honestly, like, I think there is a huge percentage of people who just happened to stumble upon my YouTube channel and didn't know about me beforehand from Instagram or anything like that, because not everybody uses Instagram. So, and I think the discoverability on YouTube is a lot better than Instagram. Like, I will have YouTube videos that are like a year old on YouTube that people will just still, you know, happen to come across now. Whereas Instagram, that's not gonna happen. Like, people are not gonna come across an old post from you. So yeah, expanding my audience came from having a YouTube channel, because I was on a new platform, so I was able to reach new people. So yeah, I was really nervous about it. I didn't think I was ready. I always, like, I put it off for a long time because I was like, I'm not ready. But you'll never know until you try. I really like the quote, doesn't like directly apply, but I like the quote, the answer is always no if you don't ask. So it's kind of the same as, like, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, right? Is that the quote? Now we're getting into like really cheesy Hallmark quotes now, but honestly, like, they're true. You just gotta go for it. You never know, right? And like, I have a whole YouTube video of how my filming setup used to be for YouTube, and I used to use my phone to film all my YouTube videos, and I'm using my phone to film this live stream right now. So you don't necessarily need to have like extremely amazing equipment either to start on YouTube. You gotta be resourceful. Are you interested in superheroes? I mean, like Marvel, it would be really amazing seeing you do one of them in your style, maybe Shang-Chi. Yeah, I'm big on superheroes. I actually did a whole YouTube video painting these screenshots from the Batman Returns. I have, whoops. I've done like all sorts of DC, Marvel, superhero fan art over the course of my time on the internet. For like the 6 fan arts challenge, I did Scarlet Witch. From WandaVision, I have painted Poison Ivy and Catwoman and Harley Quinn. Yeah, I've definitely dabbled in the superhero genre for sure. And then even if we're getting out of like Marvel and DC, I did a drawing of Klaus from the Umbrella Academy like a while back when the first season had dropped, because I loved his character. I'm very excited for the 3rd season. Wait, 3rd season, right? Is that what we're waiting on? Yeah. I quite enjoyed that show. They film it here in Toronto. I actually I've encountered the actor who plays Diego a couple of times. Seems like a nice guy. Hi Tina, I loved your last video and I was wondering what brush you use in Procreate to do your sketches. I think it's just the 6B pencil, right? Nothing fancy. Just one brush for the sketching. I think Procreate updated recently and there's like a whole bunch of new features and brushes and all that stuff, but like I really use Procreate so minimally, and so I'm never like up to date on how to use anything. Her eyes are uneven, but it's okay, I think. I always think I'm gonna get so much done in these live streams, but everything always takes me so much longer than I think it will. I think in general, but just also because I'm like juggling the chat room. Because we're already over an hour in, and I've only done 2 characters so far. What the heck? It's all right. I'm having fun hanging out with you guys, so it's a good time. Trust the process, as they say. But yeah, now that the line art is in and I, whatever, like this is it's working. It's working for me. Is YouTube monetarily worth it? Also worth your time to build it, being that so many people want to start up a channel? You know what? Like for me, it is worth it because it like pays for my livelihood. Like it is one of my main sources of income. Like it covers like my rent and or covers most of my rent, I should say. So for me, it's definitely worth it. But yeah, like it is one of those things where it does take a while to build that momentum and like hit those requirements and all that stuff. But honestly, like, again, like I was obviously intimidated by, am I offering something different? Like there is so much competition out there. But at the same time, like everybody is unique. And so long as you just lean into what you are into and what you think you can offer, then it doesn't hurt to try. For me, like I went into YouTube thinking I was going to do tutorials, like and product reviews. I just assumed like that was what people wanted and that was the only thing that made sense. But after going through the motions of having a YouTube channel, I realized like those were things I wasn't actually that interested in. Like I do product reviews every so often, and I do more like walkthroughs of my process, but not like traditional tutorials. And I've noticed that, yeah, like I really enjoy doing like, character design stuff or like more like chatty videos, like really casual type stuff or things like that. And people have come to enjoy them. Like people are like, oh, I like that it feels like a podcast or that I'm hanging out with somebody. And while like that's not something that everybody loves, and I've definitely had comments from people saying that they wish that I provided tutorials or whatever, like different content, but you just have to lean into what you want to do and then it will be worth your time. As opposed to if I only did tutorials because that's what I thought was the only thing that people wanted to see from me, I would be miserable because it's not something that I'm personally interested in doing. So it's definitely a balancing act, and it's something that you might not know until you actually try. Whew. Sorry for my TED Talk. Unprompted TED Talk. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'd put highlights in her lips, so it seems weird not to put highlights anywhere else. So we're gonna put some highlights in the face here, just lightly. And then she's got like these like cartilage piercings there, so we got that in. I like that you draw characters traditionally because most other character artists are doing digital stuff. I mean, yeah, there's definitely like lots of digital artists out there, but I personally like, I am such a lover of traditional media, so it's something that I'm just very passionate about, and I subsequently follow a lot of artists who are also traditional artists. So yeah, you just gotta find them. They're out there. They're definitely out there. I do like digital artists as well. Like I follow a couple of digital artists, but yeah, my forever love will be with traditional media. It's just so satisfying to use. There's something magical about working with your hands and seeing the physical thing and having a physical product at the end and just watching like colors come to life and stuff. I don't know. It's just more engaging for me. Anytime I do like spend more time on a digital piece that's like more than, you know, sketching and preliminary stuff, I just get bored. Like the process of it, of making it, I should say. No shade to digital artists. They're amazing, but it's just not for me. It's not for me. I'm gonna give her some lower lashes because I love me some lower lashes. And I think I'll just give her some little bit of lashes here. Maybe a little bit of... There, sure. Cool. Okay, now... And just move Kudo up here. It's kind of an awkward spot on the page for me, but... Or for filming, but we're doing it. We're here. I like being able to feel the texture of traditional work. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. I prefer traditional art because I'm so indecisive. If I do digital, I'll redo little details a million times. Traditional forces me to actually finish things because you can't control Z a pen. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I am so indecisive. And yeah, I agree that like with traditional, it kind of forces you to be more decisive, and like the canvas or the paper and the medium, like it can only handle so much. So it really like, yeah, it kind of forces your hand in some ways in terms of like decisions and how long you can work on it and stuff. Obviously there's mediums like oil paint where you could like go forever, but that's not something I personally use. So all right, Haikyuu fans, we've got Kudo time. He's one of my favorite characters, and I can't believe I haven't drawn him yet. So very happy that we are here now. I think I am gonna do the same thing that I did for Jane here and just go with this like really vibrant color scheme because it just looks more fun that way, I think. In terms of colors, since we are using paint markers and they're so like vibrant, so we're gonna go with that. Do you have advice for art motivation? Ooh, that is a tough question because I struggle with that a lot myself. I would say there's kind of two modes, I think. Like one where sometimes you just need to take a break. And then other times where you just need to go in with very low expectations for yourself. So just like do something that is like in your wheelhouse or in your comfort zone, and be okay if it turns out ugly. Because I think sometimes like art block or lack of motivation can stem from like thinking that what we're gonna make is gonna be like ugly or not worth our time. But if you like go into the mindset that like it's okay if it turns out ugly, then you know, might be okay. I don't know. Our motivation is definitely something that I struggle with a lot, so I feel you on that. I'm currently working on my ugly Christmas sweater for December. Ooh, fun. All right, we're gonna... Yeah, I'm going in with 3 tones this time for the skin, because why not? We're gonna try, because this is like a thing that I've been doing with like alcohol markers a lot lately, where I do this like colored highlight coming in. I don't know if I've tried it with paint markers yet, so why not try it out? We'll see. It looks weird, but you never know. Worth giving it a shot. Wait, how do I want to do this? There we go. Kind of confusing, honestly, but do you remember your first drawing that you drew? Oh gosh. No. It definitely would have been like, you know, I would have been like a toddler. It was probably just like scribbles or whatever. Okay, we're gonna do that, I think. Okay, okay. And then maybe like this, right? And then the rest will be in shadow, I think. Like this. With his little mischievous expression. Okay. Perhaps. I think that's about right. And here. Cool. Okay. I hope you have a great day. I love you and your art. Remember to drink water, please. Thank you. Yes, I have been drinking water. Don't worry, don't worry. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I recently bought a set of watercolors and watercolor paper, but I'm so afraid to ruin the material that I still haven't tried anything. You make it seem so easy. Yes, I agree with you that it can be intimidating to, you know, use your brand new fancy art supplies, but I will assure you that it's not easy, even though my YouTube videos probably make it look easy. And I will say on top of that, like years and years and years of experience as well. Even that being said, I still find myself being intimidated by the same things. So I believe in you. You just gotta baby steps. Work on something small to start, and then work your way towards something bigger as you get more comfortable with the medium. I'm not sure if I wanted... Do I want to use this red? Nah, I already did. Too late. We're going for it. We're going for it. Classic anime hair that defies all laws of physics. Oh, it's so tough getting in these like really small areas with this chonky nib. Especially because we want to keep his sharp features. It always helps to have a practice piece for any medium. Yes, I agree. Yeah, for me, like obviously it's not possible for everybody, but I personally like I have nice paper, and then I have like more inexpensive paper. So it's if you're able to, it can be handy to, you know, go for that mode, like have both like nice nice paper, and then like the practice paper or paper that you're like less committed to, I guess, or feel less precious about. Like this sketchbook in particular, like I was saying earlier, like I don't love this paper like in this sketchbook, and so I use it for more casual drawings and things for the most part. So there's less pressure on it. Okay, there. I think we're good. Okay. Next is the jacket. Go to the last page of the sketchbook and swatch it like it's hot. Swatch it like it's hot. Swatch it like it's hot. I love that. That's so funny. But yes, I agree. Doing swatches is actually a really great way of breaking in a new medium and a new sketchbook. Because that way you're like, again, like that's like a perfect baby step thing. And then you're getting a feel for the medium, you're getting a feel for the colors and the paper. That is great advice with a banger song attached to it. Okay, again, going around the letters. I have a sketchbook dedicated to swatches. Ooh, that? Oh my gosh. That must be the most satisfying sketchbook ever. Just to like flip through it and just see like a million swatches. Ooh, that's fun. I find doing swatches actually like really kind of therapeutic. Whenever I buy something pricey, I'm like, I have to use this. I spent so much money on it. It'd be a waste. Yeah, totally. That's a good mentality to have. I kind of struggle with that mentality and the, mentality of like, it's so precious. I don't want to ruin it. I have a lot of expensive items that I... Oh no. Okay, maintenance is here. Hold on, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hello. Hello. Welcome. I mean, I'm back temporarily. Sorry about the craziness. Yeah, like literally when I made the post about my live stream, my building was like, "Oh, we're going to send maintenance in to fix your leaking kitchen sink." So, the maintenance guy is going to come back. I don't know when, probably like soon. So, I don't know. I'm like having so much fun with you guys though. I didn't want to like stop the stream. So, it's just going to be like a lot of interrupting, I guess. But in any case, thank you all for sticking around. Bye, Simon. I don't know what's happening, but bye, Simon. Who's Simon? R.I.P. Simon. The sticky note. The sticky note is named Simon? Aw, that's so sweet. Here he is. I love that. That's so cute. The name Simon makes me think of the character in, did anyone watch Misfits? Like the UK show? I loved Simon, the character. And I loved that show, like the first like 3 seasons of it. That's actually where I was familiar with Robert Sheehan, who plays Klaus in The Umbrella Academy. That's actually what got me to watch The Umbrella Academy, because I loved that actor from that show, which is also a TV show based about people who gain superpowers. Different show, different vibe, but anyway. Have you seen Drag Race UK season 3? I've only seen the first couple of episodes. I've actually been keeping up more with Canada's Drag Race because I feel like, you know, as a Canadian, as I should. But yeah, there's just it's so hard to keep track of all the Drag Race content. But yeah, so I've been mostly watching Canada's Drag Race actually. I really loved UK season 2 for Drag Race. That was an amazing, amazing season. So I will have to get around to season 3 as well. But juggling both of them is maybe more than I can handle. I will do one at a time. Simon reminds me of Ice King on Adventure Time. Oh yeah, that was his real name. Yes. Good call, good call. I love Adventure Time. What a good show. Is that really mean Judge gone? He ruined Drag Race Canada for me on the first series. Yes, they did get rid of him. Yeah, they replaced him with someone much more fun. Yes. Yeah, they learned their lesson on that because he was definitely a thorn for a lot of people. Have you seen the Netflix promo for the Cowboy Bebop series? Yeah, I have. Okay, so like I have a lot of thoughts on this. I am not a big fan of like all these like live action remakes of animated content, and I usually just ignore them. But I will say the Cowboy Bebop looks like they did put a lot of kind of effort into it and a lot of care. Like, which I do appreciate. Like, I like that it seems like they're going with something kind of campy, kind of fun. Like, I think that's the problem with a lot of these live action remakes is they're just obsessed with it being like dark and gritty and realistic. And it just loses all of the enjoyment and entertainment values. So I kind of do appreciate that they are going in with like some kind of style and flair. Oh, maintenance people are back. Okay, maintenance people are back. We're gonna bring back Simon. Sorry, guys. Both of them were leaking, but yesterday a guy came and fixed it, so they no longer.
But in terms of like water pressure fluctuations, changes,
The shower would sometimes fluctuate a little bit, but nothing major or anything recent. Yeah.
that happened like once. Six, yeah, six, that's monthly level. Okay. He's gonna change the pipe running. The old galvanized pipes, the like metal pipes were inside. Well.
Okay, okay, I'm back. Y'all, thanks for bearing with me with this this maintenance interruption. I kind of figured like you guys were having conversations with amongst each other, so I kind of felt like I could just come in and out. All right, so Kudo, let's get the shadow in his eyes here. What were we talking about? Cowboy Bebop? Yes. Yeah, I can appreciate that they're going kind of fun with it, it seems like. It's like one of the very few live action remakes that I'm like, I might actually watch some of this. At least give it a shot. I will watch at least the first episode. We were having full democratic elections about naming a sticky note. I love that. I think we had said it, you guys had said it on Simon, right? I'm now attached to the sticky note also. It is now. I need to like laminate it or something. Simon must live on forever. Okay, so for Kudo, do I want to use this purple again? Or maybe I'll go with this navy instead. I'll go navy. Do you watch K-dramas? I don't actually. I feel like it would potentially be something that would appeal to me though, because I really enjoy like manhwas, like Korean webtoons, or like webcomics, I should say. Yeah, I have yet to properly dabble into the world of K-dramas. Okay, I think, hold on. Maybe I'm gonna go with this dark blue first, and then we'll go in. Ooh, this is really very light blue. Okay. Let's see, we'll see. I don't know how I feel about this. His hair literally is so crazy. I'm like, how do I approach this? Anime hair. It's so difficult. Let's try that. Okay. Hello, it's so nice to see you live. Hello, hello. Do you have a nickname for your followers? I don't actually. I do have I do use the I use a hashtag for my Patreon page. Just I'm a Wonder Squad. But that's not really a nickname. Okay, okay. You know who else was on the list? So I'm not going to get around to it due to time, I think, but the other characters that I was going to do on here because of the red color scheme was Itachi from Naruto and Todoroki from My Hero Academia, but due to me taking so long on these, I don't think they will end up happening. They will probably land on this page eventually, but probably won't get to it today. This marker is dying. Bakugo's hair is crazy too. Yes, Bakugo's hair is hard to draw. I have drawn him a couple of times now, but it is hard. Anything really spiky, honestly. That's the... Okay, we're gonna be more decisive here on this shape, the shapes. This is looking pretty fun though, this pink highlight. Pretty fun. Itachi, the man with the worst communication skills. Absolutely. Absolutely. The man who does not want to talk about his feelings. Okay. Think. Da-da-da. Yes. And then I think we're gonna go in with the other marker, the darker blue. This is looking crazy, but all right. All right, next, this Molotov. This blue leans slightly green, it looks like. It's okay. I'm a wonder you are my favorite on YouTube. Aw, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. That's so nice of you to say. Especially because there are so many YouTubers out there, so I really appreciate that. Those are Posca markers, right? I'm using Posca and Molotov. So I'm using 2 different brands. I have them linked in the description if you're curious. I do mostly buy them individually though. So in the description I listed mostly, I listed sets just because it would be a very long description if I listed all the individual markers that I have. It would not be possible. Okay. Again, I have no idea what is going on with his hair really, so we're just gonna do that just so you get the idea. It's good enough. You get the idea. What's important is the silhouette, I think, for this guy, for Kudo. Is this, you gotta get that, the rooster head shape as Hinata describes it. It's getting late here. I have to leave, but I had fun talking to you. Thanks for coming. Do you like Jujutsu Kaisen? Which is your favorite character? Y'all, I love Jujutsu Kaisen so much. I did a whole portrait series over on my Instagram. I drew Yuji, Megumi, Nobara, and Gojo. I think Gojo is my favorite, who's actually, fun fact, the same voice actor, Japanese voice actor for Kudo and Gojo are the same. And Hawks from My Hero Academia. Like, that voice actor is just, like, killing it with the characters. But, yeah, I also really love Nanami. I have a big, big, big soft spot for Nanami. What color eyes does Kudo have? Is it like a hazel, right? I can't tell. Okay, yeah, it's like a hazily color. So I'm gonna go with this yellow and then go in with something else after. I really should have had breakfast today. It's okay, I'm having fun with y'all. Okay, maintenance people are back. Hold on, I'll be back for more Jujutsu Kaisen talk. Hold on. Simon, our placeholder Tina has returned. Okay, yes. Everyone, thank you to Simon. Yes, Jujutsu Kaisen, I love it so much. Are y'all excited for the movie? I'm so excited for the movie. Drops, oops, I'm totally doing that anime thing where the eyebrows are going over top the hair. Whoops. Yeah, it drops, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie drops Christmas Eve, I think, which, kind of here for that. That's a good way to spend Christmas Eve. King Simon, where can I watch Jujutsu Kaisen? I think, I mean, Crunchyroll is kind of like the place to watch anime. Is it on Funimation? I can't remember. Yeah, Crunchyroll is the place to watch all the things. Have you been reading any webtoons? Any recommendations? Yes, I have been reading a lot of webtoons. I have like 5 more chapters left, I think, but I saw that Unholy Blood had its series finale, which I'm like super sad about because I love that series and I wasn't expecting it to be so short, I guess. But it makes sense just the way that the story was going, like so much. It was reaching a climax for sure. But yeah, that's like one of my top favorites. I've been really enjoying one called no, I just said that. The Remarried Empress is another favorite of mine. It's currently on hiatus. But the first season is up on there and it's amazing. I've been really enjoying one called My Gently Raised Beast. I know the name is weird, but I swear it's great. I've been really into this other one called Doombreaker. If you want something like more like action-y, that one's pretty cool. I feel like Unholy Blood just came out. Oh my god, that went by so fast. I know, right? Like it really like I feel like so many webtoons take like 1,000 years for anything to happen. Whereas Unholy Blood, like they really just like went in. No filler. But that does mean it's ending so quickly, which makes me sad. But yes, there is a Jujutsu Kaisen movie coming out. It's a prequel. So for those of you who don't know, Jujutsu Kaisen started out as like a one-shot, and it was a story based around Utah, and had nothing to do with Itadori and Megumi and Nobara. It was actually it's based around Utah and the second years. And then it got, I guess it had like a really good reception. And so they were like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going to continue this series. And then so they like created what Jujutsu Kaisen is now. And so the movie is going to be based around this like one shot, like prequel chapter or series or whatever. So it's like fully canon to the story, which I love. I think that's makes it really enticing. And I think it was kind of smart to do it as a movie because it's like a prequel thing. So yeah, should be good. I'm very excited. I actually haven't read the prequel manga, so maybe I will before the movie comes out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I've read the one shot. It's so good. Okay, maybe I should do that before I watch the movie. I do love Maki and Inumaki and Panda. Gotta get this mischievous smile. There we go. All right. We got it. Good. Does it look like him? Kind of. Sorry, what was the first one you recommended that was on hiatus? I have a memory like a fish, and I'm adding them all to my webtoon. The Remarried Empress. That one, I love. Love it. I think it's supposed to come back soon, though. I hope. I think. The colors work so well together. Gosh, I love your art style as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't really sure how this this color scheme was gonna work, but I quite enjoy it actually. Sorry for the noise. Hence, maintenance is doing their thing. Have you read Midnight's Poppy Land? I feel like Toro would be good, cool fan art. I have not read that one. I love the Remarried Empress, right? It's so good. So satisfying to see just like a strong female lead. Love it. Maintenance just wants to be part of the live stream. Totally. Another one of my fave webtoons is Muted. Ooh, I do love witches. I do love witches. Okay, hold on. Let me write this down. All right. Okay. He turned out pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay. And maybe I'll outline. I gotta go cook lunch. Thanks so much for being awesome and can't wait to see what you draw next. Aw, thank you so much for joining. I need to eat lunch soon too when maintenance goes. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but the maintenance is happening in my kitchen, so maybe. Maintenance is a paid actor. Only if they have lines, right? Or no, I guess no, what was it? It's extras in TV shows and movies. They have to get paid more if they have lines. How do you get rid of art block? Honestly, that's a hard one. Do I have a YouTube video about that? I think I do. I have a couple videos of like 5 things to fill your sketchbook with, or what to draw when you don't know what to draw. Yeah, art block is tough. I think one of the things that I like to do is fan art, which was what I'm doing right now. Another one is screen cap redraws. That's always really fun, which I've done a few of those on my channel as well. Taking suggestions from people if you're stuck on what to draw. That's an option too. Doesn't have to be like on Instagram or anything. It can be like your friends or family. Just ask them like, what should I draw today? I don't know, man. It's tough. It's art block is tough. I feel you on that. Do you sometimes use references when doing poses and perspective? Yes, definitely. Yeah, using references is really key, especially for things that you're not familiar with or poses that are difficult. I definitely recommend it for sure. Let's get his little highlights in his eyes and the lip there. Aw, he looks cute. Thanks for joining. When I feel art block, I usually just do studies, redraws, draw this in your styles type stuff. Takes away from the pressure. Yes, that is a perfect way of going about it. I think when you have something to work with, whether it be like some kind of reference, that takes away the like creative brain power, and you just have to like focus on the just the making part, if that makes sense. So I definitely agree with that. Sorry I have to keep leaving. I'll say this time. No worries. Thanks for coming. What anime person should I draw? Bakugo with butterflies. That's cute. I like that juxtaposition. Okay. He turned out pretty cute, guys, honestly. Are you gonna do another draw this in your style? I haven't really been thinking about it anytime soon, honestly. I usually like to do them when I hit like a particular milestone on my like followers on Instagram, and my followers count on Instagram is like the growth is like so slow these days, which is like totally fine. But that also means like I don't really know when I'm gonna hit another major milestone. So yeah, unfortunately not really on my mind right now. Draw Itachi because Tina didn't. Okay, you know what? Like, I might actually be able to squeeze in... What time is it? 2 o'clock? No, you're right. You're right. I should probably end this live stream pretty soon. We didn't do too bad, though. We did 3 characters today. We got Inuyasha, Jane Lane, and Kudo. Actually, okay, before I go, I feel like Inuyasha needs a little finessing in his face here. Damn, we almost got her do Itachi. I tried to like tell myself to stream for 2 hours. That was my cap. And I started at noon, so we're now at 2 o'clock. But you know what? I think for all of you, I will save Itachi for another live stream. Because we do have some space here. So I think I could probably fit Itachi in and maybe the Todoroki with the flower crown somewhere on this page. Because those were 2 that I really wanted to do because they both have red in their color design. Character design, I mean. I just don't have time for it today because I need to eat lunch and do other things. But I had so much fun hanging out with y'all. It was very fun. Sad boy older brother can wait. We do love the sad boy older brother, though. Who's bad at communication. Inuyasha was one of the first animes I ever watched. Oh, that's amazing! Yeah, I have a really big soft spot for Inuyasha, for sure. It's definitely helped launch my love for anime, for sure. I think my first anime, or technically my first anime, was probably My Neighbor Totoro, or if we're talking TV shows, probably Sailor Moon and Pokemon, and then Cardcaptor Sakura. We love our hot, cold soba boy. Yes, I agree. Our Sokka from another universe. Seriously, Todoroki and Sokka would be like, they're like long lost brethren. Was only able to lurk, but glad I was able to be here nevertheless. Thank you so much for joining. I'm glad that you could, you know, enjoy my company, I suppose. I just sold my first traditional art piece at an art show, and it was Sakura from Cardcaptors. That's amazing! Congrats! That's so exciting! I love that. That was really fun. It was my first time catching one of your streams. Gotta go now. Page looks cute and cohesive with the red. Thank you so much. Yes, I think that is also my cue to go as well. I had so much fun hanging out with you guys. Like, honestly, every time I come back onto a stream, I'm like, I need to do this more often because it's so fun. I always get so nervous beforehand, but this was actually like so fun. So yeah, we have our Inuyasha, we've got Jane Lane, and we've got Kuro from Haikyuu up here. Yeah, I will save this section here for Itachi and or Todoroki for next time, and I will have this live stream up for everyone to consume later if they want. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. You guys are amazing. I hope that you have an amazing night, evening, day, whatever your time zone is. Yeah, you guys are awesome, and I shall catch you in the next one. I do plan to have a jelly gouache YouTube video out next week. I'm going to be painting a screenshot from a BTS music video, which is very exciting. So look forward to that. Thank you, Tina and Simon. Yes, Simon will be here keeping me company. Okay, bye.